welcome to Kitchen Basics 101, where I teach you the bare bone basics as if you've never cooked a day in your life from the perspective of a mom. Yesterday, we made biscuits, so now we have to make biscuits and gravy because that's just, we have to. We have no choice. It's easier than you think it is, I promise, and you're gonna love it, and then you're gonna make it all the time. This is the sausage that I love, but you can use like any breakfast sausage that you want. This is just a mild breakfast sausage, and I'm just gonna cut it up the length of it. I used to cut the ends off. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but I just think it's easier to cut it and like unwrap it. Yeah, but the sausage is loose inside. There's like no casing. Does that make sense? It's just like loose sausage. We've got our sausage on the stove over like medium-high heat, and we're just gonna break it up as best we can, and we're just gonna brown it up until it gets pretty much all the way cooked, and I'll show you as we go along. We started with a cold pan because what we wanna do is we wanna brown this up, but we also want it to release its fat. So if you end up with some fat here at the bottom, please, please, please don't drain it, because that's what we're going to use to make our roux, which is going to help us make our gravy. And starting with a cold pan always helps to render the fat out a little bit better. Start with a hot pan, you get like a sear on the sausage, then you don't render out the fat. And we want to render out the fat. Now this sausage is pretty lean, it's not super fatty, but it's all right. We're going to have enough fat. And you can also see I'm breaking the meat up into little tiny pieces. That'll get easier and easier as it cooks. So just keep working it, because you don't want giant chunks of sausage. You want little bite-sized pieces of sausage. A lot of people might not do this, but you see how there's like raw meat stuck to my spatula? So when I finish with this raw part and my meat is almost cooked, I'm actually gonna switch to a clean utensil. Okay, this is looking gorgeous. And you see if you push this away a little bit, you can see that we have lots of yummy fat in the bottom. And that's what we're gonna use to make our roux. All right, I've never measured the flour, but I'm gonna start with oh, that was a big clump of flour. I'm gonna start with a 1/4 cup of flour, and I'm gonna see how that looks. I'm gonna break up that clump first. Okay, you're just gonna toss the flour and your meat and your fat together. I think I could actually use a smidge more. I'm gonna put a smidge more flour. Now, don't fret about how much flour you use here, because you just keep adding liquid and that will keep thinning the flour. And so if you use too much, you can always add more liquid. That would just mean you'd have more gravy. If you don't use enough, then that would just mean it would be tighter, lumpier, and there would be less gravy. So it's not a big deal. I would say I used maybe a 1/2 cup, and this is probably a pound of meat. Then we're just gonna brown the flour and the meat for another minute or two to cook the raw taste out of the flour. Okay, it's been about a minute, and you can skip this step. I don't know, I'm stuttering, if you want to, but I love a little maple syrup at this point. I think it adds a little richness and depth of flavor. I put just like a tablespoon, and then I toss that in so that I coat all of my meat in it. And this sausage is like just a teensy bit spicy. So now we get like a little bit of a spicy sweet vibe going on, and I really love that. If you don't, and you want it to stay completely savory and you don't want that, don't add the maple syrup, okay? It's not, you don't have to do it. It's just my little touch. Then we're gonna start slowly adding milk, okay? Just regular whole milk. Could you use a milk alternative? Absolutely, you could. If there's a milk alternative that you use, you can definitely use it, because a roux just really needs liquid, okay? And you can see that was not enough milk because we just have a glob here. So the way I can tell you how much milk to add is I add a little milk, and I stir it, and I let it heat up, and I let it come together, and then I see how thick it is. And if it's way too thick, and you're like, whoa, that's like just meat, then I add more milk. Okay, like I can tell you right now, I'm definitely gonna add more milk, because look at how thick this is. And then you just keep adding milk until you get the desired thickness. It can be as much or as little as you want, but you have to wait until the milk gets hot to know how thick the gravy is gonna be, okay? Like when you first add it like this, you're like, whoa, like that's really soupy. I added too much milk, but you didn't, because this is cold and it needs to come up to temperature. It's going to still heat from the pan and the sausage. So you're just going to mix it for a minute, let it start to get hot, not boiling, right? But just like bubbling and hot and mixed together. And then you'll be able to see how thick it really is and see if you need to add more milk or not add more milk. While I'm waiting for this to heat up, I'm also gonna hit it with just a little bit of salt and a little bit of fresh pepper. Now, the sausage has a ton of seasoning, but you're still gonna need to salt and pepper to taste. So that's my first salt and peppering, but I'm gonna taste it before I'm finished to make sure that that seasoning is right. And if it needs more salt and more pepper, then I'll add it then. Now, this is starting to get warm and I can see already that this is like the perfect thickness, but I think it's gonna get thicker. So I might have to add a little bit more milk to this. But again, it's whatever thickness you want your gravy to be on your biscuits, because this is your meal. I think that is a great consistency for biscuits and gravy. So I think I'm gonna stop there. But again, you can go as far as you want, be as thick or as thin as you want. My big thing is every time you add milk, you do have to cook it for a minute or two. One, so that you know how thick it's going to be and it comes up hot, but also because you want to kind of cook that raw milk flavor out too. You don't want it to taste like milk. You want it to taste like gravy. Okay, we have our homemade biscuits that we made yesterday. If you don't have homemade biscuits, that's fine. You can use whatever you want. You don't have to use homemade biscuits. And I'm just going to break them in half, right? Like this. I'm not warming them up. They're just room temperature. I'm going to break them in half like this and pour my gravy over top. If you have fresh herbs, you could totally put some fresh herbs on this, because I know she's not a looker, but she's a taster. I put 1 big scoop of gravy over each section, so each half of our biscuit. And since I haven't never had my biscuits and gravy on homemade biscuits. I usually make like those pop open cans. Now tell me, come on. Come on. Savory, a teeny bit spicy, a teensy bit sweet, not overly sweet at all. It's a lot of gravy for that 1 tablespoon of maple syrup, but there's a subtle sweetness there. So good. So easy, so hearty. Throw a fried egg on top of here. Chef's kiss. Amazing. I love you guys. I hope you have a great day. And I hope you try to make some biscuits and gravy. Love you.